I told my family I won't raise my child the way they raised me. The room went dead silent. My mom's fork clattered against her plate. My dad's jaw clenched so hard I could see the veins in his neck. My sister looked at me like I'd just committed a felony at Thanksgiving dinner. My wife squeezed my hand under the table. She was 7 months pregnant with our first child, a boy, and I just told my entire family exactly what kind of father I planned to be. What's that supposed to mean? My dad's voice was low. Dangerous. It means I'm breaking the cycle. My mom stood up from the table. After everything we did for you? After everything we sacrificed? I looked at her, really looked at her. The woman who told me boys don't cry when I was 6 and my dog died. The woman who said toughen up when kids at school beat me bloody. The woman who watched my dad take his belt off and never said a single word. I'm not doing that to my son. My dad laughed. That cold laugh I'd heard 1,000 times before a punishment. You think you're better than us? You think reading parenting books makes you an expert? I think not hitting my kid makes me different. The table went quiet again. My sister's husband shifted uncomfortably in his seat. He knew the stories. Everyone in my family knew. They just pretended it was normal. Discipline, they called it. Character building. I called it something else entirely. My dad stood up slowly. His chair scraped against the floor. That sound still made my heart race after all these years. Muscle memory from childhood. You ungrateful little punk. I made you into a man. You made me into someone who flinches when people raise their voices. I stood up too. You made me into someone who spent 6 years in therapy learning that fear isn't respect. My mom started crying. Those manipulative tears I'd seen my whole life. The ones designed to make me feel guilty for having boundaries. We did our best, she sobbed. We didn't have parenting classes. We didn't have the internet. You had common sense. I kept my voice steady. You knew it was wrong. You just didn't care enough to stop. My wife stood beside me. We should go. My dad blocked the doorway. You're not leaving until you apologize. I'm not apologizing for protecting my son. He stepped closer. That familiar threat in his posture. The one that used to make 8-year-old me wet the bed. The one that made teenage me sleep with my door barricaded. But I wasn't a kid anymore. I pulled out my phone and hit record. Go ahead, Dad. Show everyone the man you really are. He froze. His fist was already halfway raised. He didn't even realize he'd done it. Automatic. Instinctive. The only way he knew how to communicate. My sister finally spoke. Maybe we should all calm down. I've been calm for 32 years, I said. I've been making excuses for this family my entire life. Telling myself it wasn't that bad. Telling myself other kids had it worse. But you know what? My son won't have to tell himself those things. Because I won't give him anything to make excuses for. My mom wiped her tears. If you walk out that door, don't bother coming back. I looked at her. At my dad. At my sister who'd normalized everything because she'd been through it too. Then I guess this is goodbye. We walked out. My wife held my hand the whole way to the car. When we got inside, I sat there for a minute, just breathing. Are you okay? She asked. I will be. 3 months later, my son was born. I held him in the hospital and made a promise. The cycle ends with me. My parents haven't met him. They probably never will. But last week, my sister called. She'd started therapy. She asked how I found the courage to walk away. I didn't find courage. I told her. I just finally loved someone more than I feared them. She's coming to visit next month. Without our parents, it's a start. My son smiled at me yesterday, his first real smile, and I realized something. I'm not raising him the way they raised me. I'm raising him the way I wished someone had raised me, with patience, with kindness, with hands that only ever hold him close. That's the only cycle worth repeating.